Welcome to Caring Connections. I'm Sally Gibney, and I'm here today at GNA TV in Sunderland, Vermont, with a wonderful audience of administrators and students from our local schools. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. We're here to talk about caring and the impact that caring has in our environment and what it does for ourselves. You know, caring is not just how we feel. It's how we act, how we treat ourselves, and how we treat each other. You know, since the disaster of Hurricane Sandy, and also the unimaginable disaster in Newtown, it sort of has stirred up the caring inside of all of us. So today we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how we feel and how we see caring around us. I'm so happy to introduce Rosanna Moran and her students from the Dorset School. Welcome.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, thanks. The project that we're here to talk about today came about after the Newtown tragedy. Very quickly after that, the Newtown School District put out that they, in a good way, could not handle all the outpouring of support that they had had. Right. And the Newtown, I believe it was the Connecticut PTA, came out with 26 acts of kindness. Mm-hmm. And if people could focus on 26 acts of kindness, it helped us to put the focus on the positive, which is a wonderful thing for our school as well as supporting the school in Newtown. Right. And we specifically went with random acts of kindness because we had sheltered our primary students from discussing the tragedy. So we put up a bulletin board for random acts of kindness, and we have note paper and pens there, and people throughout the day come by and they put down all the different types of things. I've brought 4 students with me today, and they're going to tell you the types of things, the age groups. So Cole, why don't you start with the types of things that we're seeing on this board?
First, say who you are.
Hi, I'm Cole, and mostly the things that we see on the board are holding the door and picking up books, but I find that the most important part was just being helpful in general. So
nice.
Any real part. So.
Well, that's neat. And are there a lot of papers up there on the board?
Yeah, almost half of the board is filled up already.
Is that right?
Yes, it's really nice how it's filled up.
So people are really doing it.
Yes.
That's great. That's great.
Connor, can you tell us about the types of the people who have been involved and the age groups that you see represented on the board?
I sure can, Ms. Moran. Well, there's all sorts of age groups. You know, everyone is contributing to this board. Even the teachers are.
Wow.
You know, kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade. I see a lot of younger kids. You can tell by the handwriting a lot. It's very neat, and it's very lovely to see.
But everybody is a part of it.
Yes, the whole school is contributing greatly, and as Cole said, half the board is already filled up, maybe even 3/4. It's really good.
Oh, that's so neat. That's so neat.
The board is on the central hallway upstairs near our classrooms. And Michaela, if you can tell us why we specifically have made it so that each thing that's on the board is done anonymously.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and
Hi, Michaela.
kept it anonymous, so it's not a popularity contest, and everyone can share anything at different age groups and such.
And that's neat. And people aren't embarrassed then either. You know, if they don't have to put their name on it, they don't feel somebody's going to look at them and know that they did this or that. So it really makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. That's neat.
I would say the great majority is people putting up things that others have done for them, but we also have some people who've put up that they did something nice for someone, which is also a nice way for them to get recognition for that. And Jillian, could you tell us what we were talking about earlier with how it makes you feel to see all of this represented up there?
Absolutely. Hi, I'm Jillian.
Hi, Jillian.
And when you look at the board, it's just really nice to see that everyone has something to say and that there is so much good going around our school in our everyday life that there is so much to put up there. And we actually ran out of Post-it notes and pieces of paper to put up there because there were so many things to say, and it just makes you feel really good.
Yeah, it really, you know, I think we all do caring things all the time.
Yeah.
But we don't even realize that we're doing it. And having the opportunity to actually write them down, it gives us ownership of them. Yeah. You know, I think it gives us the opportunity to realize that we really are caring and that we're doing these wonderful caring things You know, I think that's so special. It's really wonderful. And this is what we're going to be doing with our I Matter, You Matter, which we'll talk about later. And you're just such a wonderful example to us for this. Thank you so much. Does anyone else want to share a little something more about what's going on at the school or how you're feeling about it? Rosanna, you must be very pleased and proud of all of your students.
Yes, and it's so nice to have an opportunity. It's so easy to focus on the negative things that are going on, and it's so nice to have an opportunity for students and staff and for us now to share it with everyone about all the good things that are going on and all the simple ways that we help each other.
Yeah, and
So
they
thank
are
you.
simple. They are simple. Sometimes the simplest are the best, don't you think? Yeah. This is so neat. I'm so glad that all of you have come. Thank you so much in this nasty weather that you came to join us and share the wonderful things you're doing. And just keep doing it and join us with the I Matter, You Matter, which we're going to talk about later. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now I'd like to welcome the folks from the Long Trail School. Hello, Stephen, dear. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very well, Sally. Thanks for having us.
And you are the new headmaster at the Long Trail School.
That's correct. Yes,
Welcome.
2 weeks old.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. And who have you brought with us?
I've brought a couple of people with us today. We have Colin, who's a junior at Long Trail.
Hi, Colin.
Courtney Callow, who's our director of marketing
We all know Courtney.
and admissions. And lastly, I have Eiley,
Hi, Eiley.
a junior at Long Trail.
So tell us a little bit about your philosophy at Long Trail and how caring fits into that philosophy.
Caring is a huge part of who we are at Long Trail. The school was started, many years ago, 37 years ago, and the focus was very much around bringing students together, and that was only accomplished through the donors, the people who really cared so much about Long Trail and what we wanted to be. So to continue that philosophy, even to today, one of the things that we are working on at Long Trail is Philanthropic Acts from our children. And our students are focused very much not on just giving money, but really about caring and how we help others. So starting last week, we've asked each of our students from 6th through 12th grade to focus on a kind gift or a caring way they can help other people. And it's not just, monetary. In fact, we said if it's not monetary, that's just fine. But we want you to talk about how you can help other individuals, other groups, other families in need in the area. So it's something we're very excited about.
Oh, yeah. And the students are coming up with their own ideas?
Absolutely, yes. We've said it's in their court to decide how they want to do it. So
and they're amazing, aren't they?
it's incredible. The natural, tendency, the philosophy certainly comes through.
It's
and you see
inside
it.
all of us.
It is.
It really is.
It
Oh,
is.
that's so neat. And now, Colin, you're going to talk to us a little bit about what you're doing?
Yes. One of the things I very much admire about Long Trail is that if there's a problem within our community, we come together and talk about it as a group. Just the other day, we sat down in one morning and discussed some of the issues that we were having in our community. And that's one of the things I very much admire about our school, is that people take initiative to make things right.
Ah, that's important, isn't it?
It is, very much.
And you're given that opportunity to do it.
Yes.
You're encouraged to do it, which really, so then things don't kind of fester. You kind of get them out in the open, talk about them, and find a solution.
Right.
That's huge. That's huge. That's wonderful. Thank you. Courtney.
So I'm going to talk about what's near and dear to me, empty bowls. So we're in an empty bowls year. Very exciting. Eiley's going to share it with me. Eiley's a student ambassador. So the student ambassadors, that's actually their initiative, their philanthropic initiative. We've moved to every other year. So we took a year off last year. And we're gearing up right now for Saturday, April 6th. So it is... I'm going to let Eiley tell you a little bit about it.
Hi. So Empty Bowls, this is our 6th year, I believe. And what we do is we have kids in the school, they make bowls, and I think we have an e-class.
Community.
Yeah.
Yes, I've made a bowl, actually.
Yeah. And the bowls get really creative because Long Trail is kind of focused on the arts and things like that. And we have empty bowls, and then the proceeds go to hunger-related charities. So it's really nice, and the school kind of comes together for Empty Bowls, and it's really good.
It's really amazing. How many people do you have at Empty Bowls? I mean, I have been always amazed. You can't even find a place to park.
Year one, and we had no idea. Year one, we had 800 people. It was unbelievable, and thankfully, because it truly is a community-wide effort. The restaurants are incredible, and what they giving the soup.
Well, tell about the soups.
So the soups
amazing.
we have literally over 20 to 25 different soups, and then as far as even the businesses, helping with the firing of all the bowls, because it takes hours and lots of money to get the clay and to fire the bowls. So it definitely, I say to the ambassadors, it's such a wonderful way because to give is to care, and that's what and it's and that day in itself, you see 3-year-olds to 83-year-olds.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
And I think it's so important that you start with your own community, because I think kids can wrap themselves around being able to care about others immediately. Then they can hopefully go nationally.
And the beauty of it is it's for the community.
Correct.
The money goes back into the community, so you are giving back to the community, and the caring that goes into this is just phenomenal. It's really amazing. It's a wonder. When is it?
Saturday, April 6th.
We'll all be there.
We hope so.
Yeah. And what are some of the other things? I know when you go into Long Trail and you see all of the wonderful things on the wall and everything. What are some of the other caring things that you're doing?
Well, we have another. We're going to be having what's called an Africa Day. We work very closely on what's called the Cura project, which I believe BBA has kids working on that as well. So it's through the Boma Foundation and giving back. So we try to have things that are locally as well as
and worldwide.
And worldwide.
Because you do have the international program there, which is really, really wonderful. Well, this is great. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing all of this with us, and keep doing it. And you will participate in our I Matter, You Matter Acts of Caring, which we're going to talk about a little later. Thank you.
We're looking forward to it.
It's been so good having you. Thank you so
Sally.
much. My next guests are from Manchester Elementary and Middle School. Welcome, all of you. Aisha, you are doing some wonderful, wonderful things. Caring, we're talking about caring in our community and what we're doing around here. But Aisha and her mom and Zoe are doing something for girls in Mexico. So tell us a little bit about the caring acts that you're doing for them.
Well, my goal is to try to help as many people as possible. And my dad's from Mexico, so we used to go there a lot. And when I see people on the streets, it really kind of touches my heart. And I don't really want to see that anymore. And if there's something I can do, then why not?
So what have you decided to do?
Well, Zoe has helped me make a presentation that we're going to show a bunch of schools. And we're just trying to send the message that we care and that we're trying to help.
Now, is this a particular group of girls in a particular place that you're going to be helping?
It's in Mexico City. And the charity is Ayuda y Solidaridad con las Niñas de la Calle.
I won't repeat that. So, and what does that mean, honey?
It means solidarity, help and solid.
Here, maybe your mom can help you with that. Megan, tell us a little bit about it.
The way you would translate that is help and solidarity for girls on the street.
And so how did you come upon this particular group?
We found it on the internet, actually. We decided that we really wanted to find an organization. My husband was born and raised in Mexico City, and we have a lot of family there. We've lived there. We've spent a lot of time there. And there's millions of children on the streets in Mexico. And, actually, I think there's about 11 million under the age of 15 who are working.
Yeah.
So, and,
it's beyond our comprehension, really.
It is.
It really is, absolutely.
It is. And, this one really kind of hit home with us, I think. Because
and they focus on a particular group of girls that are there?
They do. Well, there's ages between, the ages between 4 and 20, actually. There's 2 homes. They've rescued girls directly off the streets. And also, there's been girls who, most of them come from homes where they've been neglected or abused, domestic violence.
Right. Now tell us what you're doing.
Well, what we're doing is we're trying to raise money, along with doing the carrying coins, sending them the message that we care.
I know.
Zoe and Aisha have been working on this presentation. So at MEMS, what we're going to be doing is doing the carrying coins, where girls are going to be signing the coins, and then we're going to bring those down. Then they're going to translate.
You are
them.
going.
Yes,
yourselves.
we are going. Yep, we're going in February. So we're going to hand, personally deliver these coins.
When we the foundation, we were asked to bring coins to Bangladesh to share with the children in Bangladesh, and students here, many of you signed the cards that went. And the gentleman in Bangladesh said to me, "There's nothing like a foreigner coming and bringing the acts of caring. It means so much more." So the fact that you all are going is huge. It's really huge. It will make a huge difference. It's really, really neat. And Zoe, tell us about your role in all this.
Well, I was making the video, which we will show to a number of schools because they need to know about it, and we're just trying to get as many people to help. And we have a donation list of things that people can donate, and yeah.
So then you're going to make this presentation to all the schools so they can all join in with you. Well, that's neat. That's really cool. I'm very impressed. Boy, it's amazing what you can do, isn't it? There's no end to what you can do. And you are doing the video, aren't you? I was very impressed the other day when I was there, and you were behind the camera and doing the whole thing. That's really, really great. Now, when are you going?
Well, we'll be going over February break. So we're, coming to the home stretch here.
And I'm sure you'll bring back lots of pictures and things that you can share with everyone who's participated in that, because that's so important to let people know. This is just a wonderful, wonderful act of caring and that you're all doing. I think it's just very, very special, and I'm so impressed. Thank you for doing this and for sharing.
Well, thank you. We're happy and honored to be here. So.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Isn't it amazing the wonderful things and so much caring going on in our community? Now I am so happy to have with us Jen Dorr, and Jen has been part of the You Are Never Alone Foundation and I Matter, You Matter since we started I Matter, You Matter. Jen, tell us a little bit about how you got involved.
Sure. So I remember when I was in middle school, Sally came to MEMS, and she talked about the coins and where they were going in Bangladesh. And I remember writing down my name on a card and sending it to Bangladesh. And throughout the day, people were sharing their coins and giving them to one another and saying compliments to one another. And I remember I kind of was involved in and Sally invited me to go to the Northshire bookstore with because they were having an event of just kind of spreading the word more about the You Are Never Alone Foundation. And from there, the foundation just kind of grew into more coins and more acts of kindness, I would say, because now there are several coins and each has a different meaning, but they all kind of involve the same act of a simple act of kindness, and it's all about just caring and the acts you can do, just the simple things like holding a door or saying hello.
Oh, thank you. Would you mind telling about when you gave your mom the coin?
Sure. So it was Mother's Day, and I didn't really have anything planned to give her, so I decided I had a few extra coins. So I wrote down her name and the things I was thankful for, and I gave it to her. And on the refrigerator, the coin is still hanging there. So.
So it really meant so much. Now you are at Burton Academy.
Yes.
And you're going to be helping us. Well, you know what? Tell about what you're doing. You were telling me about the backpacks, and this is something that the students at Burton are doing. That's a very caring act.
Yeah, me and several other students became involved in the community service aspect of BBA, and we're doing a backpack where people throughout the middle schools in Manchester, whoever really can't afford to buy food or other necessities in life, we give them a backpack, and every week we fill them with non-perishable food items. And along with the food, we also give them sentimental caring things like either notebooks or coloring books. And we plan on doing just maybe something to involve them with us, and just kind of a one-on-one aspect where we all get together.
Yeah. That's really, really neat. And that's all about caring. That's wonderful. And you're going to help us at Burn Burton with the I Matter, You Matter event. Now I just want to tell you a little bit about our I Matter, You Matter Day, which is March 28th. And last year we had it, and it was really great. All of the schools participated and just doing simple acts of caring on that day. Well, this year we decided we need to do more than just one day. So we're inviting people all over the world to do acts of caring and to write down the acts of caring that they do or that they witness. And our goal is 1 million acts of caring around the world between now and March 28th. And I know we can do it. Right, guys? What do you think? Of course we can. Absolutely. We know that we can. And so that's something that we're inviting all of you to. Later we'll tell you how you can go on our website and get more information and whatever. But in the meantime, I wanted to share with you about our event this year, which will be at the Riley Rink. And Susan is here to tell us all about it.
Thank you, Sally.
Susan is the director.
I am the executive director at Riley Rink at Hunter Park.
Right.
We are rebranding ourselves as Hunter Park, so it's really important to get that name in there as well. But the event that is scheduled for March 28th, it's a Thursday evening from about 6 to 8. Our goal is to try and have as many activities and as many groups of individuals, families, children involved in the celebration. We're looking towards local restaurants to help donate some food so that we can actually provide a dinner for everyone that arrives.
Pizza, right?
Pizza and salad. That would be great. And we'll have refreshments as well and desserts. The goal is to really allow everyone in the area to share some of their accomplishments with their acts of caring. We'd love to see displays from different schools and different programs of what they have accomplished, what they're working on. And we should have a big thermometer for our 1 million
That's a wonderful idea.
We'll have to work on that.
You have the best ideas.
Thank you. So we're trying to reach out to all of the communities around us, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the 4-H clubs,
Boys and Girls Clubs.
Schools,
We've been up to Burlington, and they're involved. It's amazing how it's spreading. And talk about the little boxes of caring.
So what everybody could do in their own home, in their own school, their own organization, is to create just a nice decorated box that's cheery, and
you can do your own designs
on it for acts of caring. And as you do acts of caring, or as you receive an act, just like was described at the Dorset School, put it on a slip of paper and drop it in the box. We'd love everybody to bring their boxes. We'll have fun counting.
Well, they have to count before.
They have to count before they bring to the event. But we would love to document. Both locally and worldwide, how many acts of caring.
It's so exciting, isn't it?
It's very
just so exciting.
We're in such a global community, but we're so secluded because of technology these days that we don't get those one-on-one touches like we used to.
And hugs. Hugs are so important.
Hugs are very special.
Absolutely. And now we have with us Jay Venable and Crystal Chen, who are board members of the You Are Never Alone Foundation. And do you have any just little things that you'd like to share and invite people to join us?
I have one huge word to say. There are not enough words in the world that can express the enthusiasm I feel by being part of this amazing venue. Sally Gibney has opened up an avenue. No, Julie.
Stop.
No,
That's enough. That's
true.
enough. Take the mic away from her.
It is just, it's been wonderful. And it's a privilege to be here. And it's a privilege to be a part of all of this love and beauty that's being shared in this world. And I'm going to cry in a minute. Thank you so much.
Pass on the mic. Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
I'm Crystal Chen. I'm new to the organization, but I think it has a very important message, and that's why I wanted to get involved. And I think it's great that they're getting the students involved, getting everyone in the community involved. And I just think it's a great organization, and I'm excited to be part of it. And my little quote will be, caring is contagious. So everybody should do it.
That's wonderful. That really is. Caring is contagious. This has been so wonderful. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it so much. And did you have fun? Yes. Are you glad you're here? And thank you. Thank you all for all of the acts of caring that you do. And are you all going to help with I Matter, You Matter? Yes. Acts of caring, 1 million, right? And all of you out there, thank you so much for joining us. This has been wonderful. And we invite you to participate in our I Matter, You Matter acts of caring. For you at home, have a little, whoops, I can get it. A little box of caring, so your children at home can jot down any little acts of caring that they do or see, and you can join them doing it as well. Schools have your acts of boxes of caring. There's all sorts of things you can do. You can go to our website and take a look. And that's about it. And our kickoff is Valentine's Day, so we have wonderful little caring coins for all of you on red ribbons, and we invite all of you to join us. Thank you for being here, and until next time, keep on making those caring connections. Bye-bye. Thank you.